Good morning. Our work together is a key part of the comprehensive agenda that I outlined in Prague 7 years ago, stopping the spread of nuclear weapons and seeking the long-term vision of a world without them. That included strengthening the global regime that prevents the spread of nuclear weapons, and one of the greatest tests of that regime was Iran's nuclear program. After nearly 2 years of intensive negotiations, backed by strong sanctions, the countries represented in this room achieved what decades of animosity and rhetoric did not: a long-term deal that closes off every possible path to building a nuclear weapon and subjects Iran to the most comprehensive nuclear inspections ever negotiated. And thanks to this deal, we have seen real progress. Already, Iran has dismantled 2/3 of its installed centrifuges. Iran has shipped 98% of its enriched uranium stockpile out of Iran. Iran has removed the Iraq reactor core and filled it with concrete. If Iran were to cheat, the breakout time to build a nuclear weapon has gone from 2 to 3 months to about a year. In January, the IAEA verified that Iran had fulfilled key commitments of the deal. Presented here today, we achieved a historic deal to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. Now, I think it's important to note that this deal does not resolve all of our differences with Iran, including destabilizing activities in the region. Except for limited exceptions, the U.S. trade embargo on Iran remains in place. We also continue to vigorously enforce sanctions pertaining to Iran's support for terrorism, human rights abuses, and ballistic missile programs. That's U.S. policy. But what this group, that doesn't agree on all aspects of policy, does agree on is that this deal has achieved a substantial success and focused on the dangers of nuclear proliferation in an effective way. Together is a key part of the comprehensive agenda that I outlined in Prague 7 years ago. Even as we continue to face nuclear threats around the world, which is the topic of this summit, this deal does remind us that when the international community stands as one, we can advance our common security. So I want to thank all the leaders who are gathered.